Thank you for this opportunity. It's such an honour to be invited back to King's to celebrate this important day with you all. I came here to study the psychology and neuroscience of mental health, paused to launch my wellbeing programme, Smile, and finally graduated 5 years later. Just last year, I was sat out there, where you all are now, waiting to collect my much-anticipated scroll, worried about tripping up the steps in my high heels. As rows of students stepped up onto this stage, I sat in the packed auditorium and I quietly cried. I cried for my husband, who had died the year before and wasn't here to see me graduate. I cried for the mental health app I had recently closed down and felt like a failure for. And I cried for the version of myself who first graduated 20 years earlier, convinced she knew exactly how life would unfold. But life has a habit of rewriting our plans. 20 years ago, I thought I had it all figured out. I would travel the world, build a career as a writer and author, and raise children in the countryside. I've achieved all those things and many more. Along the way, I became a student again, an app developer, a mental health trainer. But none of them happened in the easy, straight line I imagined. It was much more of a wiggly, wonky, pothole-filled path. As I sat there reflecting over those last 2 decades, I found myself thinking about a question that I've always struggled with. So what do you do then? We're expected to give a nice, clean, concise answer, something that fits neatly into a sentence or two. But the reality is usually much messier. Today you are a graduate, but you may also be a volunteer, an activist, an entrepreneur, artist, carer, or parent. You come here with your own woven story, and as you go back out into the world, it will continue to grow and evolve. Which is why I think we're asking the wrong question. At King's, you've learned that the quality of your answers depends on the quality of your questions, and I think life works the same way. The question that has guided me through every chapter is not what do I want to do, it's who do I want to help. That question brought me to King's. I came here because I wanted to help people manage their mental health when they couldn't change the circumstances affecting their well-being. I had an idea for an app and absolutely no idea how to build one. But while I was studying, I discovered the Entrepreneur Institute and found a community that helped me turn an idea into something that gained government funding and helped thousands of people in the most difficult times of their lives. But eventually the app closed, and for a while, I saw that as a failure. I'd invested years into it and cared deeply about the people it served. But with hindsight, I realised I was confusing the mission with the method. The mission was never really the app. The mission was helping people navigate tough times. Today, I do that work differently, through writing, speaking, and training, through the next book I'm working on. So today, celebrate. Drink the champagne, make your families take far too many pictures, soak in every moment of this achievement, because you deserve it. And while part of me hopes everything goes exactly according to plan for you, another part of me hopes it doesn't. Because it's often the unexpected detours that shape our stories the most. So when people ask you what you do, feel free to give them the nice, clean, concise answer. But I hope you keep asking yourself another question. Who do I want to help? Because if you know the answer to that, you can change careers, you can close businesses, you can begin again after chapters you never thought you'd have to write. You can navigate the wiggly, wonky, pothole-filled path that life inevitably becomes, and still know you're walking towards what matters most. Congratulations, class of 2026. I can't wait to see who you help.